Fast my good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Tonight's first track comes from Bert Jansch, Travelling Man.
Travelling man and moving, you name it, I've been there. On night and day I strive to somewheres now. I've got nothing I can show you, and nothing you can wear, but hang around there while I'm London in and out. While riding on a freight train on the rocky Highland line, my young love said to me, my mother, she don't mind. Through 12 gets out of the city, Lord, I came into my prime. I was singing songs of wild mountain time. Sing, little birdie, from the greenwood side, hey ho, where the trees that do grow high can say hello now. Oh, the summer is a-gone and I'm standing on the shore. And where I'm bound, oh Lord, I can't be sure now. From the Arizona Dust Bowl out to Van Diemen's Land, to the Northwest Passage snowbound where Lord Franklin made a stand. While high above I'm singing with my guitar in my hand, I'm thinking about one tiny grain of sand. If anyone should ask me if I'd be a rambling boy, the sporting life I know I have enjoyed. I met a lady from Louisville, a pleasing to my mind. She took my hand and said, would you please be kind? And from the fog of Jew I stumbled into a shady grove, where the redbird sang his sweet song. He sang of careless love, and the bells of Rimini rang out and brought the people round, saying, welcome to your friendly travelling man. Welcome to your friendly travelling man.
Well, that's a great track by Bert Jansch. That comes from his album LA Turnaround that was released back in 1974. I discovered an album I didn't know I had, Contemporary Folk from Flanders 2016. I took a quick listen to it and I particularly liked this track. This is called Brassless and it's by a band called Cecilia. As well as it being a nice tune, I thought there was a really interesting mixture of instrumentation on that track. Is that a hurdy-gurdy I can hear alongside the pipes and the accordion and fiddle? I think so. I was looking for inspiration for a new song to learn the other day, and I listened to a Peter Bellamy album. In fact, an album just called Peter Bellamy. He was an extremely influential English folk singer, probably the major influence on John Bowden of Bellowhead, I think. And I like the title of this track, though I'm probably not going to try to learn it. From Peter Bellamy, 1974.
Are you ready? The mountain streams of the moorcock's crow. With my dog and gun through the blooming heather, to seek for pastime I took my way. There I espied a charming fair one, whose charms invite me a while to stay. I said, my darling, here we'll find I love you. Tell me your dwelling and your name also. Excuse my name, and you'll find my dwelling near the mountain streams where the moorcocks crow. I said, my darling, if you'll wed a rover, my former breaking I will leave aside. Here is my hand, and I pledge you my honor. If you prove constant, I'll make you my bride. If my parents knew that I loved a rover, then a grave affliction I would undergo. I will stop at home for another season near the mountain streams where the moorcocks crow. So farewell, darling, for another season. I hope we'll meet in some woodland vale. There we will kiss and embrace each other. I'll pay attention to your lovesick tale. Then it's arm in arm we will join together, and I'll escort you to yon valley low, where the linnet sings his sweet note so pleasing near the mountain streams where the moorcocks crow.
Well, apart from Peter Bellamy's very elaborate style of singing, I'm not going to attempt that song because I suddenly realised I've got a version of it by Edgelarks on their album Henry Martin that they recorded during lockdown. It's one sung by Philip Henry rather than Hannah Martin, as is usually the case, and it's a great example of a very different arrangement of a song.
With me dog and gun through the blooming heather, to seek past times I chanced to stray. When a maid I spied, she was tall and slender, and her looks enticed me a while to stay. Says I, my fair maid, I own I love you. Tell me your name and your dwelling also. Excuse my name, so you'll find my dwelling by the mountain stream where the moorcocks crow. If you consent and go with a rover, my former breaking I would leave aside. I'm doomed to love you, so don't prove cruel, but do consent and become my bride. its great affliction I would undergo. In a dungeon dark, they would close confine me by the mountain stream where the moorcocks crow. Its crimson colored along her features, she stood a while, but was not dismayed. Then here's my hand, I'll pledge my honor, and it's I'll prove true till I meet my grave. It's hand in hand we will run together, and I'll escort you to the plains below, where the linen changes his notes more pleasant by the mountain stream where the moorcocks crow.
Lovely stuff there from Edgelarks. Phil from the band, along with Michael Messer, is running a slide guitar weekend in Folkestone the weekend after next. Just a little bit too awkward to get to Folkestone from the Isle of Man, I decided in the end, despite having done an online course with Phil on slide guitar. I hope they might run it further north next year, and I'll be able to go. Let's have some tunes from Scotland. This is the Tanner Hill Weavers with the Log Splitter set. Well, that was the Tanner Hill Weavers from the 1990s on their album Capernaum, at least that's how I think it might be pronounced, and the tunes in that set were Carradale Bay, The Log Splitter and Callie-Backen. Next, another track from the new John Wilkes album. This is You'll Do Right By Me.
She said, meet me in the bar. We'll see double before the night is over. We'll see double before we see sense. I said, fine, 'cause that's the way I ought to be, taking time for trivialities. And I'm there at 9, scratching too late in the bar. And I could do this again, or I could break this habit. I could think before I waste my life. She said, why? You could pass the time with me and not dwell on the possibilities. When you think of time, just think about this hour passing. And I'll believe you'll do right by me. And I'll believe you'll do right by me. Yeah, I could do this again. Oh, for a rum and coke. Oh, for a taxi home by 10. She said fine. Or you could spend the night with me, but be prepared for the possibilities. When I think of time, well, I think of how it almost passed me by. Yeah, I'll believe you'll do right by me. And I'll believe you'll do right by me. Yeah, I'll believe.
Well, I mentioned Bellowhead earlier. Here's a track by them, though it's instrumental. This is Jack Robinson, and it's a very early track from their EP-onymous release of 2004, before their first album proper. Very jolly stuff from Bellowhead. Now, what's happening around the island this week? Well, of course, the usual sessions will be on, so they are, for new listeners, because I'm sure the rest of you know this by heart by now, O'Donnell's on Wednesday night from about 8:45, the Mitre in Ramsey on Friday night from about 8:45. Sunday afternoon session will be at the Manor in Williston from about 1 p.m, I think, though best check that on social media. And in addition to those, there will be the Ramsey Folk Club in the Buffs Club in Ramsey on Thursday evening. And this weekend, there's a mini tour by the Erin Harp country blues duo, who are going to be playing at Peel Centenary Centre on Thursday the 6th, the Erin Arts Centre on Friday the 7th, and at the Institute in Laxey on Saturday the 8th. I'll be there on the sound desk on the Saturday, so say hello if you go to that one. Erin Harp has just released a new album actually called Let the Mermaids Flirt With Me, which is a tribute to Mississippi John Hurt. And from this album, this is a version of Frankie.
Good girl, everybody knows. Pay $100 every suit of Albert's clothes. He was her man, but he done her wrong. Frankie went down to the corner saloon, paid for a bottle of beer. Asked the good bartenders, my Albert man, but here he has been here, but it's gone again. Cannot tell you no story, no, I cannot tell you no lie. I was here about an hour ago with a girl called Alice Fry. He's your man, but he's doing you wrong. Door, saw to her surprise, there was her Albert man in the arms of Alice Fry. He was my man, but he's doing me wrong. Frankie, she called Albert. Albert said, I don't hear. Lord, if you don't come to the woman you love, gonna haul you out of here. You're my man, but you're doing me wrong. Frankie, she shot Albert. Well, she shot him 2 or 3 times. Gotta stand back, smoking my gun. Let me see if old Albert's dying. He's my man, but he done me wrong. Culture of a tied hearses, culture of a tied hacks. Taking old out to the graveyard, they're never gonna bring him back. He was her man, but he done her wrong. Judge and Frankie walked out on the stand. They walked out side by side. The judge said to Frankie, no, you're gonna be justified for killing your man, though he done you wrong. Well, the last time I saw Frankie, she was sitting in the electric chair. My Lord of mercy, what I done, sweat pouring down from my hair. I killed my man, because he done me wrong. One time for Frankie. I
So that was Erin Harp with Jim Countryman, the Erin Harp Country Blues duo, and they're performing this weekend in Peel, Port Erin and Laxey, and there's tickets available at all gigs. So get along and support live music. Here's a tune from Pat Walsh from his album called Simply Whistle. Let's dedicate this to my whistle-playing friends, so Tony and Martin up in Scotland. Here's one for you. These are Flings, The Forgotten Fling and Miss Galvin's. Now for a track by the excellently innovative Manx band Clash Vour. This is from their album of last year called Pulled by Stars, and it's Tehi Tegi, the story of the enchantress who turned herself into a wren after drowning her adorers in the river. You may remember I played a track written by Isla Collister of the same title. That she performed with the band Heisk, and it's a very well known piece of Manx folklore. You can find lots more about it if you go and visit the Culture Fanning website. Well, I mentioned earlier that I was disappointed that I couldn't make it to Phil Henry and Michael Messer's Slide Guitar Weekend, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I hope to go to one of theirs next year, certainly. But in the meantime, I've just managed to get a place on Martin Simpson's Guitar Weekend in Sheffield in February, so that's quite exciting. Lots of playing and nerding about guitars, I'm sure. So here's a track by Martin from his album Prodigal Son. This is Louisiana 1927.
What has happened down here is that the wind has changed. The clouds roll in from the north and it starts to rain. And it rained real hard and it rained for a real long time. 6 feet of water in the streets of Evangeline. The river roars all day and the river roars all night. Some people got lost in the flood and some people got away all right. And the river have busted through clear down to Plaquemine. 6 feet of water in the streets of the lower Nile. Louisiana, Louisiana, trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. Louisiana, Louisiana, they're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. The President Coolidge come down here in a railroad train with a little fat man with a notepad in his hand. And President Coolidge, he said, little fat man, isn't it a shame what the river have done to this poor cracker's land? Louisiana, Louisiana, they're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. Louisiana, Louisiana, they're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. What has happened down here is that the wind has changed. Clouds roll in from the north and it starts to rain. And it rained real hard and it rained for a real long time. 6 feet of water in the streets of Evangeline. Louisiana, Louisiana, wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. Louisiana, Louisiana, they're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away.
Let's have a song from the northeast of England now. This is the new High Level Ranters. The original High Level Ranters featured Alistair Anderson, Tom Gilfillan, Colin Ross and Johnny Handel. After Alistair Anderson and Tom Gilfillan left, they were replaced by Jim Hall and Peter Wood, and they released this album, which is called the new High Level Ranters, and from it, is the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade.
It's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. They're the masters, the masters of the trade. They can work the breeches, boy, like it was a little toy. That's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. Grace Darling now she come down for the day. To St Mary's Island she went and made her way, building castles with a pail. Then the light begun to fail. She was marooned, and all that she could say was send for them fine upstanding fellas, the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. They're the masters, the masters of the trade. They can work the breeches, boy, like it was a little toy. That's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. The lads arrived without any fuss, by bicycle and roller skates and bus. They fired a great big rocket right into Gracie's pocket, and now she's rescued and she's none the worse, thanks to them fine strong lads, the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. They're the masters, the masters of the trade. They can work the breeches, boy, like it was a little toy. That's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. Francie Drake was having a game of bowls, and the Spaniards thought his lads was nought but fools. But when they come around, he shot the rigging down, and this is how he pinched all our jewels. He says, send for them thieves and vagabonds and wasters, the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. They're the masters, the masters of the trade. They can work the breeches, boy, like it was a little toy. That's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. Lord Nelson went to fish just out of Shields, and the waves made his boat to bulk its creels. A rocket was let fly, it hit him in the eye. He says, my God, I know just how it feels to be rescued by them blind, incompetent twits. The Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. They're the masters, the masters of the trade. They can work the breeches, boy, like it was a little toy. That's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. But it's many a seaman's life that they have saved as the rockets flew across the stormy waves. So here's to them once more, long may they scan the shore and save the lads from having a watery grave. It's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. They're the masters, the masters of the trade. They can work the breeches, boy, like it was a little toy. That's the Tynemouth Volunteer Life Brigade. Good lads.
Well, there you go. The new high-level ranters. Let's finish tonight with something very different. This is from an album that I've loved for a number of years now, Tapestry by the band Nava. And this is their version of Comb Your Hair and Curl It. I'll be back next week to play more great folk and roots music from the Alamanna from all around the world, and hope you'll join me then.